Hello everyone. We are starting a little earlier today on the stream because I forgot to schedule it ahead of time, so I couldn't. You can't schedule apparently 5 minutes ahead. You have to schedule way before. So it's like it went directly live, so that's okay. So we're getting started. We're doing stretches today, some cardio, and I didn't get my jump rope, so we'll do some minor cardio. I am super sore from my PRs. Let me see here. I'm turning it on, do not disturb. And we are ready. Get my mic. We can start. I'm at a park today. We're gonna have fun stretching. It's not too hot, not like the other days that it's been, so looking forward to it. Привет, Татарус. Ты в Российской Федерации где-то находишься? Там страны, да? 3 часа ночи у вас, наверное. Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for joining. Кыргызстан, у вас 6 утра. Ну, не так уж и плохо. Некоторые из России, у них сейчас 3 часа ночи. Мне постоянно пишут, что у меня неудачное время для стримов. Here we go. It's a nice day out today. Very sunny, very hot, but still nice. Давай. Сегодня я просто буду растяжки делать и чуть-чуть попрыгаю, чтобы кровь шла по телу. А так сильно тренировки сильно не будет. Welcome guys, and we're about to start here in a little bit. About 10 minutes or so, maybe a little less. Hey Nam, good morning to you. It is evening for me, but welcome. 7 a.m. in Vietnam. Yeah, I was gonna ask, you had an Asian name if you were like from Thailand or Vietnam or somewhere. So yeah, we're gonna do lots of stretches today. Lots of stretches for planche and for splits, just to kind of start preparing myself. And planche training stretches help a lot with handstands. So if you are wanting to learn to train for planche or for handstands in the future, 100% join me, and it will help. It definitely will help later on. I'm gonna end up taking my shirt off here shortly. It's hot and I'm trying to get a little tan, so I think it'll help a little bit. Welcome, welcome. There we go. Our mic is working. We'll start in about 6 minutes. I made a Discord channel for those of you just joining. It's in the description of this stream. And on the Discord channel, I made several sub-channels. One is for meals. So like meal prep, you guys can post the meal prep that you do, or maybe questions and answers about meals and nutrition in general. Another sub-channel is personal progress photos and just progress on tracking your own progress and stats. Hey Kim, thanks for joining. And then the other one is just general chat. So any fitness related questions, body weight, I check in there, I try to answer everybody. And when I can't, there's other people joining in, answering questions, so it's pretty cool. So yeah, if any of you guys want to join the Discord, feel free. We got those sub channels up there now for all kinds of discussions, nutrition related, exercise related. You're totally welcome to join. I forgot who it was. One of you guys asked last time where you could share your progress photos, that would be the place. The reason I started working out in my college years. Sadly, I don't have much time to work out much like I used to since I had my first kid. So glad to have you back. Now, 100%. I understand. I have 2 kids, so yeah, I took a 10-year break from working out. Right now, every day I'm making time for it again because I feel like it's a necessity. So here I am. I'm back. Yeah, you can do before and after pictures of the fitness journey. I'm going to be sharing my photos there in the chat, in the Discord chat, so you guys can track me. But I'll also probably going to be sharing them on like Facebook and stuff and Instagram. But you guys can share your photos there, and people can give you advice. If you say post photos 3 weeks in a row or 4 weeks in a row and we don't see much progress, we can help tweak either your diet or exercise routine to figure out why you're not progressing. But it would be like a nice little, chat room for everybody to discuss things and actually progress and track your progress. So 100%, you're welcome to join there, and we'll keep each other accountable. I don't know, I was feeling out of it today. I didn't want to, even though it's stretches day, I didn't want to do anything today. I wanted to go home and sleep. But here we are, another day. Whether you feel like it or don't, main thing is show up. If you show up and put the work in, your body doesn't care about your feelings. If you put the reps in and you're present, it'll grow and recover and get stronger. So that's what matters. Here we go. I'm gonna get on the ground real quick and we can start. I also didn't finish my construction project I'm working on, so I'm actually gonna go back to work after this stream, believe it or not. It's gonna suck, but oh well. We'll get it finished. I'm looking for a spot where we can do it. I mean, we can just do it on the cement too. I don't want to do it on the grass because it's gonna be itchy. You can't hear me. Can other people hear me? My microphone's on. Can other people hear me? Say yes if you can hear me. Хорошо слышно. Отлично, Татарус. Okay. Yeah, it must be you, Waylon. Everyone else seems to be okay. I'm still really sore from Monday. Look how white my legs are. White. It's crazy. Stretching my hamstrings with this exercise and calves. Once your legs are down, you stretch forward. Idea is to eventually be able to lay my chest down on the ground in front of me. We'll get there one day. But this kind of flexibility helps a lot. Also with straddle planche. You should have good flexibility for that. And it helps a lot with when you go from like sitting position into a handstand. A lot of flexibility necessary there too. It's almost like yoga-like position, but yeah, join me for stretches. If you guys are feeling more energetic than me today, you can do other things that are more muscle related. 100% welcome to, but here I am doing my stuff. join in. And I did weigh myself yesterday. For those of you who weren't in the stream, I was 173 pounds exactly, so 2 pounds heavier than when we started. Put on 2 pounds, which is good stuff. And I'm gonna do body fat percentage and all that stuff in a different stream as well, and I'll post the results online, just so you guys know what my body fat percentage is. 3 weeks in, 3.5 weeks in now, almost a month. Feel the stretch in your hamstrings. That's where I'm feeling it. And push it. Keep pushing it to the limit. You're funny. He said, now start spinning on the bar. Yeah, stretching isn't the funnest, engaging thing, but you really do have to stretch for a long time. Like some people, gymnasts, they stretch for hours a day. Literally, like, I'm not exaggerating, literally hours. Especially when it comes to stuff like splits. Oh, that one? I don't think I could do that. I'll need to get back to one-arm pull-ups before I do those spins again, I think. Or at least front levers or something. But yeah, stretching definitely isn't the funnest thing in the world, but it's what we do. What you gotta do. And over the course of like 1 or 2 hours, you can actually get significant improvement in that 1 or 2 hours. Like stretching progresses much quicker than muscle building. I lost my left AirPod. Why is this the worst pain ever? What? I have no idea what you meant by that. So when you split your legs apart like this and stretch forward, you hit a little bit more of your adductor muscles. What to stretch to get the Slav squat? Your calves. So it's such a funny question. See how my heels are fully planted on the ground and I'm just sitting like this? So right now, like nothing is stretching. Most people, they have to be in this position to sit down like this. And there's two reasons for this. First of all, they're in this position here, your calves need to stretch much more. And so you have a lot of pain right here in this connective tissue when you try to sit down like this. That's because your calves need to get stretched out more. And then the other thing is your quads for some people. So like in this position, your quadricep muscle, which is the front thigh muscle, is fully extended. And some people, they're kind of stuck in this position. They can't go down all the way because the connective tissue connecting your quad to your knee isn't stretchy enough. So two things you need to stretch. You need to stretch your quad muscle to be super, which you can stretch like this too. Just bend your leg back like this. Try to touch your heel to your butt. And then in this position too, bend forward and then basically slowly roll back until you can touch your heels. And once your heels are touched, you might have to go like all the way back here for your heels to touch, and then slowly bend forward until you can like go forward enough to be in the Slav squat, which is such a funny meme thing. All right, but my hamstrings are tight, which is what I can't do. I can't do the splits, so that's what I'm stretching right now. We're gonna do that for about 20 minutes, stretching all the leg muscles for the splits, and then we're gonna switch to stretching muscles, doing stretches for our planche and handstand preparation. But yeah, the biggest encouraging thing about doing stretches is that they progress much quicker than building muscle or like getting stronger. That takes so long. Stretches, you put a couple hours in for a few days in a row, and you already see like significant improvement in how low you can go or what you're capable of doing. So as boring as it is, that's the encouraging part about it. You need a girlfriend to do yoga with? Just sign up for a gymnastics course or something if you can afford it. If you can't, then you just have to settle for doing it at home. And the porta potties in the background are like the best possible background, huh? Also, this is not a very flattering angle for me. There we go. No more porta potties. For me, definitely noticeable results. Dusan. First week I did like 9 pull-ups, and then I maxed out 19 on Monday, which is a huge improvement. I was only able to do like 60 squats on when I started. Was it 30 or 60 I did? And then I did 120 on Monday. So like definitely huge strength improvements. And overall I feel a lot better. I mean, I am more tired than I was before I was working out, but my body's still getting used to the workouts and the tension I'm putting my body under. I feel like even in the last 7 minutes we've been doing this stretch, I feel like I can go lower. So it's pretty quick. Same runs are faster and you feel stronger. Yeah, for sure. If you haven't worked out, you get those beginner gains, where your body is adapting and like you get fairly quick improvements. And then you kind of plateau a little bit, but that's fine. It's just gonna take time to progress after you hit a plateau. But we'll pass all our plateaus eventually, guys. Yeah, same. I also have muscle memory kicking in. It's kind of the biggest thing that's helping my case. I really feel in my hamstrings right now doing this. One day I'll be able to lay down on the floor. Just wait for it. Feel like my adductor muscles and my hamstrings mainly, which is perfect because those are the ones that are not flexible enough for me to go into a split position. So those are the exact muscles I want to be stretching right now. So right now I'm gonna just do static hold and then try to go forward a little more and then static hold instead of doing the bounces. Like crawl my fingers forward, hold it, try to relax my muscles in this new position, get used to it for maybe 30 seconds, 40 seconds, and then try to go lean forward again. Trying to focus on relaxing all the time muscle groups. Are we out here? No name. Yes, we are. Once the tension starts releasing a little bit in this position and body's kind of getting used to it, like feels good, like okay, we feel stretched, we will bend over a little more. I'm gonna pull forward with my fingertips. I don't mind some rain. Y'all can do this workout at home too. You don't have to be in a park. All right, I'm crawling forward a bit with my fingertips again. Oof. Now we're gonna sit like this for a minute until we can relax into this position. So I can feel the tension slowly releasing in my hamstrings. Very slowly. Yeah, outside feels very nice. Get some vitamin D. Sun and nature is good for your health. Trying to focus on relaxing the muscle groups that are really tight right now. Feeling a little better. I'm gonna go forward one more time. Again, eaten by ants. Forward. Boom. Ouch. That's pretty painful. It's gonna take a little while to get used to this position. How did Top Gun inspire you to get into shape, Dusan? That's funny. Yeah, stretches are boring, but they're good for you. The beach scene? Oh, makes sense. I haven't watched it. Too much stretching reduce your strength output? It won't. Hey, Mike J, welcome. Today's stretch day. I'm stretching my the muscles that are required for splits and for planche and handstands after the splits. Thanks, Waylon. Yes, sir. Another day. Alright, see you next time, Dusan. Hope you get your workout in today. Or your stretches, whatever it is you're working on today. Ooh, I felt that for sure. That was a nice deep stretch. I'm gonna go for one more, give it one more shot, doing a deep stretch, and for the next 4 minutes, and then after that we'll start stretching for our planche and handstand, wrist stretches, lat stretches, stuff like that. So I'm gonna lean in as much as I can. Freaking ants. In deep stretches, those of you guys who are doing it with me, focus on relaxing the muscle group that's tense as much as you can to release tension. A lot of it is your body protecting you against injury. Oh, someone asked me if lots of stretching will decrease strength output. Not really. It won't. So it can actually stimulate muscle hypertrophy, because as you lengthen your muscle groups and extend the range of motion of your muscle groups, stretching alone, like they did, one of my professors in college, exercise biology professor, they actually did tests in the lab on animals where they would take frog legs and they would focus on stretching them without workout, like literally just stretching the muscle, and over time, as the muscle, because the muscle as it's extended to its maximum is basically under tension, uh, the muscle tissue itself starts repairing itself to be the new length, like to be an extended length, and adds more muscle fibers in between in order to accommodate for the extra length. So the frogs ended up having muscle hypertrophy from stretching alone, not even from any workouts. Stretching alone created muscle hypertrophy because of the lengthened muscle groups, because they had to adapt to being elongated to positions they're not usually used to being in. So that was an interesting study. So I think longer muscles reduce. Well, they reduce risk for injury unless like you overstretch like crazy, but they overall reduce risk of injury because the less tight your muscle groups are, the better your connective tissue is. There is a negative side to being too flexible, but I don't remember what it is. Ask ChatGPT. Say, hey, ChatGPT, what are the negative sides of what do I lose from being flexible? And then cross-check it online and see how accurate that is. Like, I remember there were downsides. I don't remember exactly what they are. All right, let's do one more minute of this. Check it out. I can touch my elbows to the ground now, which I wasn't able to do when we started this. So in just 20, 30 minutes, 20 minutes, I got this much extra stretch that I'm able to rest my elbows on the floor now. And I can grab my heels easily now. I couldn't do that when we started 20 minutes ago. Look. Easy grab around my heels. Was not able to do that 20 minutes ago. So I really like the quick improvements you get with stretches as opposed to muscle training. And we are done with this stretch. So for the next 20 minutes, I'm going to do stretches for my wrists. And Oof. I did not want to get up. Oof. Um, but yeah, we're gonna stretch our wrists and our forearm muscles so that when we learn planche, we'll be better prepared for it. And it helps generally just with handstand, having flexible wrists. Waylon, yeah, if you are always in the sitting position, you really need to stretch your hamstrings, which is what the stretch that I was just doing is for. So I'm gonna keep my hands straight while, like by straight I mean locked out, and I'm gonna try to keep my the heel of my palm. Well, I don't know if that's how you call it, but my palm firmly planted on the ground while I bend forward. Yeah. Well, I'm not training for planche push-ups yet. I need to get my base strength back, but I am working on my flexibility so that when we do train for them, I won't be limited by being not flexible enough to hold it. So I don't want flexibility to be the limiting factor. I'm averaging about 80 grams of protein per day right now, I believe. 80 to 90 grams. Sorry, guys. I was receiving a call. You said you were always a fan of what? My wrists. This is the kind of training you guys have to do. Oh, the planche, yeah. This is the kind of flexibility stuff you guys have to do if you're training for gymnastic moves like the planche. That stuff isn't just all strength. It actually requires flexibility, like good flexibility. So this is the stuff you don't see people doing, you know. This is what they do at home. The boring hours spent stretching, the boring hours spent doing the basics. Here on live stream, you actually get to see the effort that goes into all this stuff over months. And then you'll see the end result. It doesn't come overnight. It's the boring stuff that I'm streaming. That's what, at the end of the day, that's the stuff you have to do. My wrists are killing me. My forearms are getting real stretched right now. Thanks, Mike J. I don't think I'm the OG. I mean, there's people that inspired me. I don't think I'll be the king of calisthenics. I mean, having 21 viewers on a stream doesn't really give much. Literally need 30 seconds. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, the first I was the first to post tutorials on calisthenics stuff, I believe, from what I remember. Um, so in that sense, yeah, I was one of the first a lot of people watched because of the tutorials I posted. My forms are real tight. Like, I'm having difficulty going past this angle right here. And I'm going to need to go way past this angle when we're learning planche. Yeah, I'm gonna need to go way past this angle when we're learning planche. This is the not fun stuff of learning these advanced movements. I don't know why these ants are eating me alive. I don't know if they think I'm some kind of snack for them. Oh, it's real hot here, Brevi. I think it's like 85 degrees Fahrenheit here. You'll have to transfer that to Celsius. I don't know, like 37, 38 Celsius. Maybe less, maybe like 36, 37. But yeah, it's pretty warm. It's not cold at all. Oh, look at that. I think I'm going lower now a little bit. I have to do these stretches for days, guys, to get to planche. Apart from strength, one of my downfalls was always flexibility in my wrist when I came to planche push-ups and planche movements. But we'll get it. We'll get it. Oh, shoot. Ooh. My wrists almost feel broken. Alright, let's go again. I'm not sure what my daily caloric intake is. I'm guessing about 2,500, but I'm not really keeping track. Yeah, those of you who are also stretching with me, good going. Having flexibility in your wrists is very good for handstand control. So when we get to learning handstands, the more flexibility you have in your wrist, the more you can control, like walking on your hands and your handstand, because you'll be able to like use the firmness of your grip to like extend pressure in different directions. When you don't have the flexibility, you're kind of stuck. Yeah? Oh, it's a video. Oh, why I'm doing stretches for my wrists?
Yeah, I mean, I was watching, I've been watching the whole time.
It's okay.
Why are you doing that?
So I used to be a gymnast 10 years ago,
Oh,
and I'm starting back again into it. But like handstands and like all that stuff,
well, how come you didn't do that 10 years?
I have 2 kids, family, so I stopped doing everything.
So why you bend your knee? What that does it to your body?
Oh, right now I'm stretching my wrists as much forward as I can.
You used to be gym,
Yeah, gymnast. Yeah.
what that mean? You working at the somewhere?
No, not working. It was well, it was kind of. I was a fitness trainer.
Where?
In California.
So you moved here how long ago?
I moved here like 5 years ago.
So what do you do now?
Construction. Yeah, I'm getting back in shape.
You know why? It's up to why don't you use some kind of pad? You're not hurting your knee.
Oh no, it's fine. It doesn't hurt me.
Yeah, you do. I cannot do it. I'm old. You know, I cannot do
Yeah.
it. So I'm glad I was watching you. Why he doing? What is he doing? You
Yeah,
know?
I'm just stretching.
Probably you wanna be exerciser person. I know.
Yeah. I'm trying to get back in shape and like get my flexibility back and strength
So
back.
you go gym now?
I don't right now. No, I just work out in the park here.
So how you get into the construction?
Construction.
Yeah.
I've been in construction for. So when I stopped like being a fitness trainer, I went into construction for the last like 10 years. 10 years I've
So
been
why
in
you did
construction.
move here?
Say again?
Why did you move here?
Here?
Oh.
We just like Texas better.
So you live here?
I live like 15 minutes from here.
Yeah, I live here 40 years.
That's a long time.
That's a long time. I
Yeah.
come from South Korea. I live here.
Yeah, it's a
But
long
some
time.
here used to be airport, right?
Mm-hmm.
Used to be airport here.
Yeah.
You know that?
No, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
used to be airport. So when you go this HEB, there's always new.
Yeah.
It's been there before. So now this house is,
Oh yeah, Austin is
yeah,
growing
here
very
is
fast.
good. Over there you go, some house is really nasty.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Now they try the make it look better, try it up, you know. And you go HEB over here, right? The
Yeah.
apartment over there, everything is new.
Yeah. Everything is
Yeah,
new.
how old are your kids?
They're 9 and 7.
How old are you?
31.
You like my daughter. My daughter have a 5 kid. Can
Yeah.
you believe that?
That's a lot.
Without husband. Anyway,
Yeah.
do what you're doing. I like that. I like the people exercise.
Yeah.
Why?
Thank you.
I cannot do like you, but
Yeah.
you know, I want to move as long as I can, right? I'm 68 years old.
Oh, you look much younger. Yeah.
Ah, thank you. Anyway, everything go well for you. Maybe I see you again.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Have a good one. No, it's not Amway, guys. You guys are funny. She was just saying hello. She's like, I don't know if you could hear her. Shoot, my wrist. I was stretching my wrist that entire time. She just said she likes seeing people exercising because there's not a lot of people doing stuff. Hey, Ignal, you're fine. We're just doing stretches today. We did 20 minutes of stretches for splits, and for the last 11 minutes, I've been stretching my wrists for better handstand control and for the planche when we eventually start training on our planche. I don't want flexibility to be the limiting factor, preventing me from being able to do it, so. I mean, you can technically also. Oh, shoot. So painful. You can technically also do this to stretch your wrists, like bend them back as much as you can. But if I do that, not only am I only stretching one arm at a time, I'm also not putting a lot of body weight pressure on my wrists. And both in handstand position and planche position, you have the weight of your entire body pressing down on your wrist, so you kind of have to get used to the pressure. Okay. Enjoy your sleep, Ignal. You're funny. What's up, Austin? We're doing stretches for wrist stretches for planche right now. I'm gonna do this for 7 more minutes straight, stretching my wrists as much as I can, just slowly adding more and more tension, trying to increase the angle. Keeping it under tension, keeping it painful, and then once the pain subsides and the stretch subsides, I add a little bit more degrees. Hey Moses, thanks for the support. Welcome back. She thought I was stretching my knees, and so she was a little confused. She was like, What are you doing? I've never seen anybody do that." But I told her I was stretching my wrists. Thanks. Pulling all the 68-year-old ladies at the park. She was older. She's like, "Oh yeah, I love exercising. I like to stay in shape." She looked like she's in her early 50s. She definitely did not look 68, but Koreans do look young, really. Like, she said she's from South Korea, but Asians tend to age very well. You guys are hilarious. Like, she's gonna ask you to join Amway. It's so funny. I mean, the whole time I was stretching and talking to the camera, she's walking around looking at me from like afar. She was just confused of what I was doing. She's like, "I don't see you doing no push-ups. Like, what is that an exercise? Like, what in the world are you doing?" And it's funny. And she's like, "And why are you doing it?" That's so funny. When I get out of this position, my wrists are gonna be in so much pain. I'm telling you. There's not really much to teach, guys. Stretches are stretches. Ooh, that is painful. Planche stretches. I am not a fan whatsoever of these stretches. But we do want to learn the planche one day, so we gotta do them. You gotta do what you gotta do. There's that saying in Russian, beauty requires sacrifice. Oh, such a funny thing. Oh yeah, I can feel the pain too in my wrists, so much pain, and earlier in my hamstrings. Ooh, my wrists are crying. Oh yeah, for sure. We're gonna do a little bit of everything. Moses. Ronnie Coleman. I mean, I don't think Ronnie Coleman coined the term, you gotta do what you gotta do. I feel like we've been saying that as soon as humans learn to talk. We all do things we don't really want to because we have to in order to get what we want. Right, we got 3 more minutes of this stretch. Well, Ronnie, I mean, bodybuilding isn't the healthiest sport. I would never consider bodybuilding a very healthy sport at all. You're literally putting your body under tremendous stress in order to get maximum muscle mass. Oh, straining your heart, risk of heart attack is extremely high. Heart disease, extremely high. Bodybuilding is not a healthy sport for longevity. The moment you start taking steroids, you are slowly cutting back the years on your life. It's not significant. It's not like you take them, I mean, if you're controlling them, but you do start reducing your longevity. So that's a sacrifice you make for having a lot of muscles and steroids in your bloodstream. Ah, my wrists are in so much pain. One more minute of this. Those of you just joining have no idea what I'm doing. I'm stretching my wrists out for planche training and for handstand control. It's a weird position, weird exercise, but it's what we gotta do. Mm. Boom, we're done. Ah. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, my wrist, guys. I feel like I broke my wrist. I've got stretch marks on my wrist now. Were they bent that much? Look at that. You thought I was joking? From bending it like this so much? Crazy. Ah. Well, that was good stuff. Good stretches today on our hamstrings and our wrists. So look, we did. Thanks, Signal. We did these for 40 minutes total, right? 2020. Ideally, you would do this for hours preparing for the planche, for days. Like by preparing, I mean like getting in a place where you do this comfortably all the time and it doesn't hurt you, and then you could do a, like whip out your planche anywhere you go, right? But this flexibility is so important. Like I've seen people who are extremely strong and 100% capable of doing a planche because of their strength, but they just lack the flexibility to hold it or do it. And when you lack the flexibility, your legs keep falling because you're not bending forward enough in order to balance your body right above your wrists, right? So your center of balance, center of mass needs to line up with where your hands are touching the ground. If they're not gonna, my lats, if they're not gonna, you're not gonna get the stability, right? And for handstands too, if you guys want to learn like hollow backs and all this other stuff, you need lots of flexibility in your hand. I mean, hollow backs not really, but like for handstand push-ups, all this stuff. Like imagine when you're in a handstand and you're doing a push-up, right? Check this out. I'm in a handstand, right? And I go down and I do a push-up, and I have to push back up. Look at the angle, right? Of my arm and my wrist right there. If I can't do this angle, if all I could do is this, which is what majority of the people can do, they can't go back here. If all you could do is this, you're gonna fall. You're gonna fall for the simple reason that you can't keep. You have to have a 90-degree angle where your body is perpendicular to your wrist, and if you can't do that, boom, you collapse. So for handstands, planche, wrist flexibility is essential. And so even though this isn't actually working out last couple of days, for body weight stuff, like it's part of strength, it's part of just your essential training. You have to be dedicating some time to it at some point. Um, so we've got 7 more minutes. I'll answer some questions if y'all have any, and then we'll wrap up. But yeah, I'm looking forward to my progress, my results. We did have significant improvements so far. In 3 weeks, I doubled my pull-ups. I doubled my squats. I was able to do 20 pistol squats, surprisingly. So muscle memory is kicking back in. So yeah, I mean, we're definitely seeing great progress, guys. Clean pull-ups helps you stabilize your push movements. I don't know. I don't know how those two are related. One thing I will say also that a lot of people don't pay attention to is if you overtrain a pull muscle but don't train your push muscle as much, you create an imbalance that creates tendonitis. So in the muscle that is overtrained, you start creating tendonitis. So this happens carpal tunnel syndrome, right? If you're constantly sitting there typing and your arm is always in this position and your forearm is constantly flexing, you develop carpal tunnel where you have like really bad wrist pain. The way to get rid of carpal tunnel is to put a rubber hand over your fingertips and basically play with the rubber hand like this by stretching it out. And what that does is it works out the antagonist muscle on the back of your arm here. And as the antagonist muscle gets stronger, it is able to compensate for basically the connective tissue here is constantly pulling, right, creating the issue. So as your muscle on the back of the arm gets strong and it balances out, the carpal tunnel syndrome basically becomes cured or treated. Same thing with shin splits. And we talked about this the other day. If you're a runner and you run all the time, and a lot of runners, when they run, they land on their tippy toes, which is the right way to do it. You don't want to heel strike. Their calf muscle is constantly under tension. So when your calf muscle is constantly worked out under tension, you start developing shin splits, where basically the shin muscle, where your connective tissue attaches from your calf here, is under tremendous pressure and pain, because as the tendon constantly pulls on the bone, it creates micro fractures on the bone, and the pain you're experiencing is literally, on the microscopic level, broken bone fragments where your muscle is constantly pulling on the bone. The way you fight shin splits and get a quick recovery is by working out your tibialis anterior muscle, which is the opposite muscle. So we talked about this the other day as well. You basically have to stand on something elevated surface, so like a curb, so that your heel is elevated when you're resting, and you basically raise your toes up while you're staying elevated. Let me demonstrate this real quick. The reason I'm explaining this is if you ever have tendon pain somewhere, it can often be solved by training the antagonist muscle group. So this is the thing you would do if you have shin splits. You would get on an elevated surface. Ideally, you'd have like something to hold on to so you don't have to hold your balance. And then you raise your toes up, down, up, down, up, down. I can't really hold my balance because I have nothing to hold on to, but this is the exercise you would do. Up, and you do about 15 or 20 of these. You'll start feeling a pain here, and your shin splits, as your antagonist muscle group gets stronger, your shin splits will start to go away. So, highly recommend. It's something to keep in mind. Yeah, it's the opposite of calf raises. The exact opposite of calf raises. Yeah, I do negative reps when I'm just trying to max out my muscle groups to failure. I do negative reps at the very end. Should the wrist be strong when doing pull-ups? When you say wrist strength, you probably mean forearm strength. And yeah, 100%. So a lot of people, they actually have enough muscle and strength in their lats and biceps to do more pull-ups, but they don't have the grip strength to keep holding on to the bar for extended periods of time. So they just jump off because literally their wrists give out, like their fingers give out. They can't hold on anymore. So yeah, it definitely helps to have strong forearms and grip strength when working on your pull-ups, especially if that's a limiting factor for you. Also, if you guys don't know this, you can significantly help your posture by doing dead hangs every day, like twice a day. Go on a pull-up bar and grab onto it, hang as long as you can, like twice a day. Do it in the morning. I don't know, try to go for 30 seconds, maybe a minute. A minute is a lot, but I mean, I'm capable to do a minute. Maybe you are. If you can, hang a minute, and then do that in the evening. You will, if you do this like 3, 4, even 5 days a week, you will significantly see an improvement in your posture, which is a super easy, basic way to fix your posture, and you don't have to like constantly correct yourself during the day. Doing that alone will stretch your spine out, all this other stuff. So, extremely helpful. Highly recommend. Yeah, Waylon, 100%. So he's saying he developed shoulder issues from too much pushing, not enough pulling. So it's the same problem that I described earlier. If your antagonist muscle means the muscle that does the opposite of the movement you're doing. So if I'm doing constantly pulling, the muscle that extends my arm out is the tricep muscle. So that's the antagonist muscle to the bicep. Um, yeah, those imbalances start to literally create tendonitis issues where your tendons hurt, and sometimes even your connect where it connects to your bone, your actual bone hurts, which sucks. Semi false grip, is that where you grab around the bar and then you grab your thumb? I'm not sure what a semi false grip is. Brevi, I'm doing strength training only body weight right now. I don't go to the gym. So all my streams, this is stream number 18. You can look stream 1 through 17. Everything you see me doing there is all the exercise I'm doing. I'm not doing any other exercise except what you're seeing on stream. That accounts for 100% of my exercises. So we're at our 1 hour mark. Thank you all for joining. Ignol, Moses, thanks for hopping in. Cam, Christos, Ignol, Waylon, Mike J, I don't know if you're still on here, but all you guys, thanks for joining today. Hope you have a good day. I hope you get your workout in or stretches in, whatever it is you're doing today. And I wish you the best. I'll see you tomorrow, 7 p.m., same time. We have discussed with the Russian community about maybe switching our stream time. So I don't think I'm going to switch the stream time on weekdays, but I might introduce a morning stream or like a much later stream, or probably, yeah, most likely a morning stream on the weekend for the Russian community, because it's usually 7 p.m. here, is 3 a.m. there, so that it's nighttime. And so in order to help that out, I might introduce weekend streams, but we'll figure that out later. So far the 7 p.m. works well for me. And then weekends we can look at doing morning streams. BK, what's up, brother? Still at it. Love it. Hit some chest, triceps. My shoulder's a little screwed up. I got a good pump. Hit 40 push-ups and row. Felt great today. Take it easy. Cheers. All right. Sounds good. Y'all have a good one. And enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.